You're asking for an ID when no crime was committed. That's not the law. Policy isn't law. You just threatened with arrest.
If you fail to ID yourself, that's an arrest.
That's not an arrest.
If we can't ID you,
that's not. How is that an arrest? What threat did I commit? What crime? What threat? What crime did I commit? How is it disorderly? I'm not. I'm on public property.
Welcome to ID Refusal Pro, the series that breaks down real-life encounters between citizens and law enforcement to help you understand your rights when filming in public and how to legally respond to police interactions. In today's video, recorded in Pasadena, Maryland, summer 2023 and uploaded by Gom The Auditor, we examine an incident outside LA Fitness at 8120 Jumpers Hole Road involving Anne Arundel County deputies and a citizen disputing a double charge. The main issue. The citizen is asked for ID despite not being accused of a crime, raising key questions about Fourth Amendment rights and trespass procedures. Let's review this moment together and shout out to Gom The Auditor for bringing this to light. Drop a pro or your states below and let us know your thoughts on the interaction.
I don't have to provide an ID if I didn't commit a crime.
So they're banning you from the property.
What crime did I commit? What crime did I commit?
Commit a crime,
but you just asked for my ID.
So
I didn't commit.
Trespassing you. That's why you're.
I just said I'm leaving.
They're trespassing.
I just said I'm leaving.
Yeah, but they're banning you from coming back here. So they
okay, so I'm leaving. No, I don't.
So they need to know your name.
I don't have an ID. I don't have an ID.
Okay, that's fine. What is your first name?
I don't have to give that if I didn't commit a crime. What crime did I commit? I'm recording for my safety.
Hence why we out here.
What's disorderly conduct?
That's the call. We came out here for disorderly conduct.
Right, because I was trying to get a refund for my money.
He explained to you weren't getting the money today because of the fact that nobody there can help you.
Right, so what crime was committed? I'm saying what crime was committed though?
There's no crime being committed.
Right, so I don't have to provide for ID. Can I speak to the supervisor?
For what?
I know the law. Can I speak to the supervisor? You're asking for an ID when no crime was committed. That's not the law. Policy isn't law. So.
You know our policy?
I know their policy. And I said I got off the property, so why do you need my ID? I'm about to go over there, sidewalk and property. That's public property.
They don't want you to come back.
Okay, so I'll leave.
So you have to have ID.
I don't have to give an ID. Can I speak to the supervisor?
She's on the roof.
Okay, so I'm going over here. I don't have to give you an ID.
Citizen journalist Gom The Auditor is approached by Anne Arundel County officers after being asked to leave an LA Fitness location. Officer demands ID without alleging a specific crime. Gom refuses, invoking his Fourth Amendment right, which protects against unreasonable searches and seizures. No crime scene, no detention, and no legal basis for a forced ID request. The officer cites trespass, but fails to establish probable cause or articulate a crime. Policy is not law. Police cannot compel ID unless a person is lawfully detained under Terry v. Ohio, 1968. The refusal here is lawful and well executed, so we ask, when does a request for ID become an abuse of power? Should citizens comply with policy or the Constitution? Share your thoughts in the comments.
This is not LA Fitness property. No, I don't, because no crime was committed. No crime was committed. That's not a crime. What do you?
All right.
What crime? I'm asking you a question. What crime was committed?
It doesn't have to be a crime committed. If
I don't feel safe. You're coming too close. I don't feel safe.
All right. So, literally, you give us your name.
I don't have a name. I don't have an ID. I don't have to give an ID. No crime was committed.
So that's why we're out. We're here to investigate.
I'm not on the property anymore. No crime was committed.
What's the issue with just giving us?
I'm not giving you no ID.
We just give it to them.
I'm not giving you no ID. So I want to speak to the supervisor. I don't feel safe.
He's on his way here. I don't know where you're walking to.
This is not the LA Fitness property.
All right, we can stand right here then.
So what crime was committed?
I don't. It's just.
I will tell you my name if you give me the crime was committed.
So we got. All right, I'll just explain to you why we're here in the first place. Okay. So we got a call for disorderly conduct.
How was that disorderly conduct if I was trying to get my refund? I asked nice. I said, "Sir, can I get my refund?" I came to LA Fitness. I was charged twice.
Okay, but, so you would just take that up in civil court if you're trying to get your money.
I'm not. No crime was committed.
I mean,
okay. I don't feel safe, so I want to speak to the supervisor.
You're fine.
You just threatened with an arrest. He just threatened with arrest.
if you fail to ID yourself, that's an arrest.
That's not an arrest.
If we can't ID you,
Tension
That's not- how is
rises
that an
as Gom the Auditor requests a supervisor, while officers escalate by threatening arrest for ID refusal. Yet no detainment, no crime, and no probable cause have been established. One officer insists that's not an arrest, attempting to reframe coercion as compliance. This contradicts Hybel v. 6th Judicial District Court, 2004, where ID can only be required during a lawful stop. Without a specific articulable suspicion, this tactic risks falling into police misconduct. So we ask, is threatening arrest for refusing ID when no crime occurred constitutional or coercive? Tell us your view in the comments.
That's not, how was that an arrest? What crime was committed?
So, if you were refusing to leave,
I didn't refuse to
they
leave.
asked you to
I just left.
okay, but that's after they asked you several times, right?
I just left the property. I just left. What crime was committed?
So you went in there for 15, 20 minutes and they're telling you to leave and you just...
Because I was trying to explain to you guys how I was trying to get my refund. I was trying to wait for y'all. What crime was committed?
Okay, so we show up 20 minutes after the call had came out. He was already asking you to leave at that point.
I was trying to wait for y'all. I was trying to wait for y'all. So I don't have no ID. I don't know. I want to speak to the supervisor. So
Yeah, supervisor.
okay. So I'm recording for my safety. I know the law. No crime was committed. So I'm on public property. So this is Chick-fil-A. That's LA Fitness. Which one is the supervisor?
The little one in the back.
She's the supervisor? Not him? I get both of you guys' name and badge number, please.
Sure, I'm Sergeant Ringler, 1728.
Sergeant Rayler, 1728.
Ringler.
Ringler, 1728, just for my safety.
Yep, okay.
And what is your name and badge number?
I'm Officer Fennelly. 2554 is my badge number.
I appreciate it.
What's your name?
I don't have to give that because no crime was committed. I know the law. I was trying to be polite to them. No crime was committed, so you can call me a good citizen. No crime was committed. I told him that I was trying to get a refund from the guy at the front desk.
Okay.
LA Fitness charged me twice.
Okay.
So they've been bugging me saying, oh, you haven't paid. I paid. They charged me twice.
Okay.
So when I went in today, I said, hey, I called earlier this morning. And he said, yeah, you can get your refund when you come in. So I came in. He had an attitude. He said, no, you can't get no refund. There's no manager here. So I said, okay, I'm going to leave. So he called the police. I said, what you calling the police for? I'm just trying to get a refund. So that's what happened. So I don't think no crime was committed. I didn't make a threat.
Well, they have it.
I asked him if he scanned or anything. He said,
What threat did I commit? What crime? What threat?
They
What crime
don't
did I
want you
commit?
anymore because you're acting disorderly inside.
How is it disorderly?
Are you causing a scene?
I'm not. I'm on public property. I left the property because
Supervisor Sergeant Rare, badge 1728, and Officer Ringler engage with Gom the Auditor, who calmly demands badge numbers and restates his position. No crime, no disorderly conduct, and no legal grounds for ID. The officers admit they responded to a civil complaint, yet still request identification. Under Terry v. Ohio, 1968, and Fourth Amendment protections, there must be reasonable suspicion of a crime to justify a stop or ID demand. Trespass warnings are not criminal without re-entry. Does asserting your rights make you disorderly or informed? Join the discussion.
for some reason this officer right here said it's a crime to be disorderly. I wasn't being disorderly. I just said, sir, can I get my refund at the guy that worked in there? So
You kind of short circuited things a little bit when we got here.
Yeah, I understand. I just got to record everything
Asking for
too.
names and badges and stuff. Just want to let you know you're being recorded as well.
Right.
We wear body cams.
But a
and stuff
citizen
like
doesn't have to provide them, so you
I'm just letting you know you're being recorded.
okay,
as
yeah,
well.
yeah, you guys have body cams. I see. Sometimes you cops don't. Some cops aren't good cops. They don't turn their body cam on, so I don't know. So
Not the case.
I just don't know what crime I committed. So what did he say? He said I made a threat. What did he say?
He said he wants you banned from the property. So
For what crime did I do?
they don't have to. You don't have to commit a crime for them to ban you from anywhere. They don't want you there. They don't want you there.
Okay, I told him I'm leaving. When you guys came, I left. I'm over here now.
Be put on a list that you're banned. So that way, if you come back as trespassing, you'll be arrested.
I'm not going back. So
Okay. Do you have your car here?
I don't.
How are you getting home today?
I don't know.
How did you get here today?
I don't know. I don't answer questions.
I'll go talk to them.
I'll come with you.
Yeah, I don't feel safe. I don't feel safe. So I record for my safety. Seen a lot of guys that don't record and things bad happen.
Like, take it you don't recommend
I don't know him.
this as a business, or
Huh?
I'm trying to figure out what gym I'm gonna start going to.
What gym? What do you mean?
Asking if you wouldn't.
Are you saying you wouldn't recommend them as a business?
I don't understand the question. What is the question?
It's called Confrontation.
Uh-huh.
Like, there's Planet Hollywood in the area. There's LA Fitness. There's Gold. I'm
Uh-huh.
trying to figure out because, I work with this guy. But, works out all the time here. Thinking about getting into another gym. Are you saying this is not one I should consider?
I mean, you just said you work out here, or you work out there.
No, he works out. He works out a lot.
I've gone to the Golds up there. Golds isn't bad.
Just trying to figure out.
Is this place have a basketball court?
Huh? Yeah, they have a basketball in there. I never been there.
Golds is. So if you haven't been there, what refund were you trying to get?
Every LA Fitness, I have the membership where if I go to any LA Fitness, you can get a refund at any location. So
you okay. What kind of membership do you have?
I have the membership where you can go anywhere. That's the only question I'm answering.
Well, what's the LA Fitness you usually go to?
This one. I don't see why it's hard to give a man his refund.
Did you sign up for a contract?
I don't remember. It's been a while, a long time ago. Yeah, I don't know what I signed up for. I just know I was charged twice.
Like per month?
Huh?
Per month?
I was charged the same money in the same month. So they charged me wrong. When you go to the gym, you get billed once. You know what I'm saying? You don't get billed. You're not supposed to get billed twice in the same month. Matter of fact, actually, when I called, I think they charged me 3 times. Because when I called earlier today, the guy was like, yeah, you were charged twice. I'm not going to explain myself though. I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to explain myself.
When I first did my membership, I paid for an upfront cost,
Mm-hmm.
and then at the end of the month, there was still that monthly cost.
Right.
And then I think I didn't pay anything the second month,
Mm-hmm.
and then it started up again with the monthly cost.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Usually it's some kind of contract, and you can get it if it's a year contract, you pay
Right.
I don't know, 50% of the whole.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go to Golds anyway. Golds is $20 a month. You go to any Golds, they have the same kind of thing.
Yeah, I think LA Fitness is pretty expensive.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Do they have basketball courts?
I think so, yeah. They got a basketball court. So it took really 4 officers just for this call?
We wanted a supervisor, and the rest of us didn't have anything to do, so.
Should we call somebody else?
You got 321? You guys call 321?
It wasn't you guys? Call somebody else?
You're free to go.
Free to go? Yep, appreciate
Please
it.
don't go back in there.
Yeah.
You've been there, and so if you're back there tonight, you will be
Okay,
arrested.
but this is public property. If I was over there, that's all LA Fitness. But this isn't LA Fitness.
LA Fitness's property. We will charge you.
Yeah. So I can stay here all day. Because it's not a crime.
Whatever makes you happy.
Yeah. All right, you guys take care.
This ID refusal interaction highlights a crucial line between policy and law. Gom the Auditor asserted his Fourth Amendment rights clearly and peacefully, earning him an A for lawful conduct and composure. Officers, particularly Sergeant Rayer and Officer Ringler, continued requesting ID without establishing reasonable suspicion, meriting a C due to procedural overreach and misapplication of trespass law. This case reinforces that ID refusal is legal when there's no detention, no crime, and no articulable suspicion. Citizens should record, remain calm, and request supervisors when unsure. Never escalate, but never waive your rights. For more constitutional analysis, follow ID Refusal Pro, and shout out to Gom the Auditor for documenting this educational moment. What grade would you give this stop? Comment below.